Why are they all in white outfits?
He said, "Let me go eat one," in there. I was like,
Hell no.
Like, what if they were half god, half immortal? And then what if they were alive for 80,000 years?
Explain this.
GLP-1 drug. What the hell does GLP-1 drug mean? Holy crap, it comes from the venom of a lizard?
Said the data centers are not really data centers. Power sources for all the underground cities.
Welcome back to the channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. We back with the new Codex files, so do me the biggest favor and hit that smash like button for me, smash the subscribe button and join the family if you like videos like this.
No, I'm not going back there. They're trying to get me to come back into going back with these fallen entities. And I'm like, no, I won't go with you. And they're just getting more and more angry and saying, you have to come with us. I'm like, no, you can stay with me, but I can't go with you. They get you in the middle of the night when you're not thinking clearly. And as I'm saying no, and they're still trying to get me, they're trying to levitate me off the bed. They're trying to pull me physically off the bed. I look at them and I said, no, in Jesus' name, no. And the second I call on Jesus and said, Jesus' name, in that second, they were gone.
Ça bouche les oreilles. Oh putain! T'as fermé à rien, Luc? C'est horrible! Passe la vie à moi! La vie à moi,
Rest in peace to Joe Fells. Or are things really how they appear? Check out his tattoo of Jachin and Boaz on his back. These are Masonic symbols. Not only that, he also has a tattoo of a Templar cross with a Masonic checkerboard in the middle of it. And the fact that this is all trending on TMZ, I don't know. He also has a Latin phrase tattooed on his chest. Latin, of course, is the language of Rome. And I find it interesting how he was making a point before his death that the church is against the Freemasons, which, if you know what the end times plan is, that's exactly what they need you to think for the final deception. It's also quite ironic that he stressed the church's opposition to Freemasonry when this one man literally has the tattoos representing both. This could all just be a coincidence. What do I know? I'm just a guy.
So y'all trying to tell me that the Masons don't run the courthouses? This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. Look what they got on the cornerstone. DeKalb County Courthouse. Right under it. Grand Lodge of Georgia. See? Grand Master. The Masons run this shit. When I told you they was stalking me, why the fuck would I lie? When I told you there was a gang stalking me and setting me up and I couldn't go to the police, why would I lie? Here go the proof right here.
I mean, how does he become a hybrid, though?
I don't know exactly the mechanism.
We're going to postulate here,
but
right?
Here's something that's interesting. So there was this guy from Reno, Nevada, who had leukemia. So he gets this German bone marrow donor. The forensics lab is taking samples of his blood, and they're like, oh my gosh, you are changing genetically to the DNA of your donor.
That's weird.
They even checked his sperm, and they found that it was that of his donor.
What? That's wild.
And Chris is on record saying, that's pretty wild that I can disappear genetically and somebody else take my place.
Okay.
How in the world can somebody disappear genetically? Well, the word in Hebrew, etzem, which is your bone, it also means yourself. So when you talk about yourself, you say atzmi.
That's in Genesis, bone of my bone,
yeah,
flesh of my flesh.
Like, so apparently, when you put in somebody else's bone marrow into yourself, you become that person, genetically speaking, at least.
Doug Hamp joins us today to trace the adversary from the beginning all the way to the time of Jesus.
That's right, we're going to the top of Mount Hermon, the place where the angels made an oath, and there's actual evidence this wasn't just a legend.
Nimrod, Babel, and the gate that was never meant to be opened.
And Jesus walks straight into enemy territory, right at the place, ground zero, and sets creation right.
All that and more. Doug Hamp joins us to unpack this on Blurry Creatures.
Go to blurrycreatures.com/members, become a member of the show, get ad-free experience, tickets early, access to all the things that we offer our members, and access to the vault. Years of unreleased episodes.
Reptilians are everywhere, and they kind of blend with the humans, and they're making hybrid children with humans. I'm doing a conference with David Icke, who popularized the reptilian theory, and he says that there are underground tunnels everywhere. Reptilians are living there. They're capable of shape-shifting. The lizard people are living there. I'm talking about the US and the UK. Everything that David Icke has mentioned is actually mentioned in ancient texts, in Indian texts. It's repeatedly mentioned that the Nagas live underground. They live in Nagaloka or Patala. They always live underground. They can take the form of humans whenever they want. It's shown again and again. You go to Mahabalipuram, you can see a snake, and then the snake it becomes a half snake, half human, and it becomes a full human. Believe it or not, if you go to Cambodia, you read this as a part of their history. According to this, an Indian king comes from India. The queen or the princess is a Naga princess. That is a native of Cambodia. And then if you go to
proof that Hollyweird is real.
Evident that you two have made giving back a key part of your lives, so hey, when you have your firstborn, can I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby. You know, the mission of the Dollywood Foundation is to dream more, care more, learn more, and be more.
In that last clip, we see a video shot by Dolly Parton thanking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, I guess Taylor Kelce now, for their $2 million donation to her foundation. I want you to replay that video and watch it again and again if you have to, and watch her hands when she talks about their firstborn child. For entertainment purposes only, she says, "You guys have given me so much in my foundation. How about you give me your firstborn child?" Of course, many people on the internet are saying people are taking this way too far and reading way too deep into it. But other people are saying you need to look closely, open your ears, and listen, because the signs, hypothetically, are everywhere. Comment below with your thoughts. Am I on to something, or am I tripping this time, guys? I don't think I am. Wake up.
The Dolly Parton eclipse ritual sacrifice. Dolly Parton, breaking news, has just passed away. As we have entered the celebrity sacrifice season of the eclipse energy, starting on August 12th, the very, very famous star, Hayden, from the show Heroes, which shows the eclipse, who killed the cheerleader, the coming destruction of this planet. Tons of Illuminati symbolism throughout her career, lots of strange connection, even on this date. Aaliyah passed away in the tragic plane crash. Celebrity sacrifices. Please smash that like button on the Jamie Hanshaw podcast. Make sure to go watch that. The celebrity sacrifice season. And if you have been tuning in, you know we've been saying that there was going to be another big celebrity sacrifice after Hayden for the eclipse coming up on the 27th.
Did you also see that 2026 hurricane season? There's a Hurricane Dolly is the fourth one, as the D.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit, 4 hours ago. Tropical storm Dolly could develop this week.
Wouldn't that be crazy if Hurricane Dolly hit Dollyland? It could have been named after Dolly Parton, because the way that they do it is they create alphabetically. So there was already 3 named storms. So it was Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, and Dolly. And you also notice that they usually alternate the genders back when there used to be 2. So it would be like boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So Dolly was, there's an actual interesting coincidence that the very next tropical storm was Dolly at the same time that, you know, she dies.
And the cup was lactose intolerant.
They believe
in a concept called Gilgul. And it's the Judaic idea of reincarnation, in which in every generation, Jews are going to be reincarnated as Jews to rule over Goyim.
Trump therefore becomes president, which he had to. Who is Trump? Trump is a Gilgul, I mentioned last time, of Antoninus, Rome. Rome is Asav, isn't it? You see, so he becomes an incarnation, because his job is Rav Yavri Tzoy, truly to assist Jews. And like I said, I realized this a long time ago.
You see, his second presidency, he was ascending to be escorting Mashiach into the world. Everybody comes to the same conclusion, that he is clearly a Gilgul or of Esav. There's everything about him. He's got that arrogance of Esav. He's got the red hair. When a Jew is being made into a servant forever, how does that happen? You need to pierce their ear. They have to get a piercing in their ear, and then they're made into a Eved forever and ever.
These ideas, which have been completely kept out of the public eye, and this is exactly why. It says directly in the Talmud, they believe that if you study their book, you're to be decapitated.
This is in the book, correct?
This is directly in the Talmud.
Someone said the data centers are not really data centers. What
I already know what you're going to say.
Is power sources for all the underground cities that they're building, and that the water they're draining,
is actually for the city.
Those cities. And I was like,
yeah,
that seemed right. Because Jeff Bezos has a clock underground ticking down, and no one knows why.
Yeah. I saw it and I thought it was true, and I tried to ignore it because I'm like,
no one is paying attention.
Ozempic is reptile venom.
It was venom. I didn't know it was venom. I looked it up. What kind of drug is this? Oh, it's a GLP-1 drug. What the hell does GLP-1 drug mean? Never heard that in my life. Holy crap, it comes from the venom of a lizard. Now you're fat and overweight and you're diabetic. So now you need to inject that venom inside your body every week, once a week. This is the insanity you live in. This is the deception you live in. Just because they called it Wegovy and Ozempic and said it was FDA approved, did I go, oh, it must be safe and effective. I don't know why these people's stomachs are being paralyzed and why they say they're going to develop cancer in their thyroid after a year.
Yo, that's crazy. It's lizard venom? That's what it is? This is the Gila monster? Danish pharmaceutical company Novo Nordisk, inspired by scientific discoveries involving a human gut hormones and a Gila monster venom. What? It was first approved by the FDA in 2017 to treat type 2 diabetes. Human gut hormones. Research began in the late 1980s and the 1990s studying GLP-1, a natural human gut hormone that triggers insulin release when blood sugar is high. Lizard venom inspiration.
And send a kiss?
What is that? Hello? Stop it! Stop it! Hello?
Yeah.
Jameson?
Yeah.
That's me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you say, my boy?
Welcome to the A.
I'm in the car with who?
Delvin.
Hey,
Which is,
you gotta turn around. You gotta let them see you.
Okay.
Man, why your eyes so big, man? You scared?
No,
Look.
No,
Why you keep doing that?
It's big.
Hold on. One more time, bro. Look at the camera, bro. Why you keep, man, you doing it on purpose, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
Nah, one more time for you tell me. Go, man, you scaring me, man. I gotta keep you on live until we stop. You know, I'm scared of you, man. You got a perm on your head. I'm scared, man. Man.
You remember the Coke thing that you told me? You should tell it to these guys.
What?
The Coke name theory.
Oh. You know how you can make like a custom Coke can?
Like you can have your name on it.
What's weird though, you can put any name you want, but you can't put Jesus.
Like on the website.
On the website. And the only way you can is if you put is evil.
Wait, can you put God?
You can put God. You can even put Allah, Buddha, you can put whatever. But if you put Jesus is evil, it allows it. If you just put Jesus is good, can't.
You can personalize a Coke can on coca-colastore.com, and there it is with my name. Now, ooh. Okay, that works too. What the hell? The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted.
Damn. Yeah. So there's so many different ones like that too. And it's because like, you know, the elites control popular culture, control media, they control all the things in Hollywood. Yeah.
So tell me why I was literally just shitting my fucking pants because I looked over at my right and this dog just kind of just looked at me straight in the face and then winked at me. It's okay, buddy. Oh, don't hop over my car. Hey, do me one favor and please just try and get back to your owner, okay? Like, there's a road right there where people go really fast. See, like that car right there? I could have killed you. Where the fuck did it go?
The highest currency on earth is not the dollar. The highest currency on earth is blood. The reason why spirits congregate around blood is because God himself does. See, when God answered the blood of Abel, Satan learned a valuable dark principle. Oh, so when blood and the earth commingle and join in testimony, a spirit can be summoned. So you've discovered another route into the world of men. When blood and earth combine in testimony, a spirit is conjured. So God put value on the blood. Plus the fact that on the Law of Atonement, God also says it's the blood that fires up the altar. That's why spirits have to have blood in order for them to legally manifest in the earth realm, because blood lights up the altar. So that may be the reason why you find a lot of obsession of the demonic with the issue of blood. But look at how many bloody movies are coming out of Hollywood. They're telling you blood is a currency you're working with.
That's not no fucking plane. It's literally right there in your face, gang. It's just sitting there. That's wild. Look at this shit. Right above the fucking mountain. That's not no plane. That's not no cars. That's no nothing.
Somebody get that. Somebody got it.
Look at this shit.
Who got the zoom in?
I got it. No, I got it. I'm literally zoomed in right now. On God. On God, I'm zoomed in right now. It's right there, bro. Look at that shit, bro. It's just rotating.
That kind of like a plane, though.
That's not no fucking plane, bro. You tweaking.
That's not filled in. That's
actually.
That's an outline, bro.
What are they doing?
In plain sight. That's ain't real clap, bro.
It is nighttime, yeah. So.
Look at that shit, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
No, oh God! Go! Please tell me you.
Frisbees. He said, let me go eat one in there. I was like,
hell no. If you've noticed, even flies don't want that crap.
I have a theory. Hold on.
What's your theory?
If I pull up a picture of a car, do you think it will think it's an actual car and try to scan the license plate?
It's a good theory, actually. That's not illegal. Right?
No way. No way. Yo, it thinks it's a license plate. Yo! Dude!
Nomurth basically just found another reason to not trust these cameras, because he looked up a random license plate online and the camera read it as a real one, which means that hypothetically I could grab any of your license plates, put them in front of the camera, and the police could maybe think you're committing a crime.
New method. I'm the flock fucking whisperer. So if this license plate was hypothetically like a stolen car,
yeah,
police would be on their way right now.
To me, the most fascinating thing about No Mark and Skyline is how serious they take this. It's almost like a job for them. And in the beginning, I wasn't sure, but now I know. These guys are legit and they want to make an impact, no matter what the cost is. And if you thought No Mark and Skyline so far have been great, you're going to love our next superhero.
A lot of people think that there's some type of alien race beneath the surface of the earth.
You know, that's part of the crypto-terrestrial hypothesis, which posits that there are these intelligent non-human entities who are surreptitiously inhabiting planet Earth with us. There are other hypotheses that describe survivors of the cataclysm that went underground. Certainly, a lot of the UFOs are coming out of the oceans. In a lot of cases, there's no splash. You know, how do you have a craft coming out of the ocean or going into the ocean without generating an enormous splash? They seem to be able to move through any environment. Maybe they're in their own gravitational field, so they're really moving space-time around the craft rather than moving the craft through space-time.
Yeah, you can't convince me that that didn't sound like a TIE fighter to you. Like that was a TIE fighter, right? All right, here, tell you what. Check this out for comparison. You can't convince me that's not the same sound.
If it's not Jesus, it's the Illuminati. It is the Masons. There is always a priesthood to a level of reigning. The devil and God will both not allow you to reign in that level unless you identify your priesthood. When you reach certain levels of influence or resources, you'll be visited. If you have not been visited by God, you will be visited by something else. Satan knows now this person has hit a realm where their kingship or their influence cannot be ignored. And because they cannot be ignored, they must be investigated. And that's why you find men, as they go up the ladder, they get captured. Because they hit a level where you cannot be in that realm without a priesthood.
Watch this.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Kanye West took the biggest risk of his career that night, and nobody understood why until now. On September 13th, 2009, at the MTV Video Music Awards, Taylor Swift was 19 years old and had just made history by becoming the first country artist to win a VMA. She beat Beyonce in the Best Female Video category, and that's when everything changed. Taylor walked onto the stage to give her speech, and at no point did she plan to mention Beyonce. Today, that might seem insignificant, but when you understand how these ceremonies work, it was the biggest mistake she could have made. Because there's something that repeats itself every year at these events. Celebrities thank Beyonce for no logical reason, as if it's an obligation, as if not doing it could have consequences, and Taylor wasn't going to do it that night. That was the exact moment Kanye walked onto the stage and took the microphone from her. The entire world hated him for it. Everyone thought he had ruined her moment, but in reality, Kanye knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what would happen to Taylor if she finished that speech without mentioning Beyonce, and he chose to take the hit in her place. Kanye sacrificed his reputation that night to protect a future superstar who didn't even know what she was stepping into, and the price he paid for it can still be seen today. Everything that happened to Kanye afterward, the destruction of his image, the attacks, the isolation, it all started on that very night.
Ya me iba a subir por mis cosas. Ya salí. De hecho ya apagué estas luces. Nada más dejé los de las salas y me están tocando la puerta. Este es el baño que está aquí abajo del cine, el familiar. Y ¿quién eres? Tú no perteneces aquí. Creo que... ¡Puta madre! Voy a agarrar esta cosa y voy a poner el celular fijo para que no vayan a pensar que hay cortes de cámara o algo, porque quiero hacer algo. Quiero hacer algo. Quiero. Ahí está. Acá lo voy a dejar. Perfecto. Aquí va, que no hay corte. Vean, la manita. Carajo. No hay nadie. Quiero que vean que no hay nadie. Voy a prender el flash. Acá estoy yo. Yo mejor me voy. Voy a dejar esto en su lugar. Y vámonos mejor. No sé qué ando haciendo estas cosas. Porque si el momento que me están espantando, mejor debería ya irme.
That's why they banned lead paint, because they realized that lead was shielding people from all of the cell tower frequencies, which we know are harmful to the body. So they realized that if people's homes are full of lead paint, then their bodies are not going to become weakened or sick from the cell towers. And so this posed a massive threat to the Rockefeller trillion-dollar pharmaceutical industry, which is then exactly why they labeled lead as toxic and banned it. What's interesting is if you go for an X-ray, they place lead aprons over your vital organs to protect them from the radiation. And so when you look back at lead paint, it all makes sense, especially considering lead paint was banned at the same time that cell towers started to pop up everywhere, even with copper pipes, which we also know are disappearing. The same narrative applies. Copper, just like lead, blocks out these frequencies, and the elite do not like that. And so just like the lead paint, which was demonized and then removed, copper pipes are also being removed.
If the eclipse is right here, yeah, then why is the moon over there? Oh, wait, what? How does that happen?
Because we're in the middle.
But look, the moon is right there in front of the sun. Wait. But the moon is over here. Why is the moon right there if it's supposed to be in front of the sun? Here, I'm using these right here. That's insane. Do you see that? If the moon is right there in front of the sun, then why is it over there? I'm gonna Google that. That can't be, or the flat, I don't know, are the flat earthers right? Maybe it is flat. It's a conspiracy, dude.
We're all going to be zombies. We all took that
Hey guys, so I'm here at the house trying to enjoy myself. My kids are gone. They went out on a trip and I keep hearing like banging noises and I'm not sure what's going on. I already checked the rooms. I already checked everything and I'm here by myself and I keep hearing noises and I'm not sure what it is. I actually left these doors open because I'm like, maybe there's someone in the house. So I'm getting a little anxious. Try not to let it get to my head. And I guess just keep watching. And I just keep hearing these stupid, dumb stuff. What the fuck was that?
I know you've all heard that. Listen again. Creepy.
Oh shit, here we go. The Daily Mail is reporting a missing scientist secretly worked on teleportation at a UFO link lab before vanishing. This is a bombshell report, and apparently shocking new clues from police in New Mexico have revealed the secret project a missing scientist was reportedly working on before he vanished without a trace. Anthony Chavez, a former employee at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Does that sound familiar? One of America's key nuclear secret facilities, was alleged working with a quantum physics on a project that would allow matter to exist in two places at the same time. This is freaking crazy. Chavez was last seen on May 4th, 2025, after mysteriously walking out of his Los Alamos home and leaving behind his new car, keys, and wallet. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, Neil McCaslin, right? The other scientist who mysteriously disappeared. A friend of Chavez told police that he had been working with an unnamed Los Alamos scientist on an idea of being in two places at once, a concept linked to quantum physics. Okay, so now you gotta ask yourself, this is freaking wild. Are these scientists being killed or kidnapped or something because they know too much about it, right? Maybe there is a secret society or something like that, you know? And maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe it's not about gray aliens and flying saucers and things like that. Maybe they do have some alien technology, right? Maybe that's what we're getting from another planet in the Milky Way somehow, right? With teleportation and all of that. Maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe that's the whole secrecy, right? It's not just about aliens and UFOs, but maybe they are having contact with a whole nother civilization, right? And maybe they are sending us information on how to build things and how to make new technologies and things like that, right? Because obviously, if you can make yourself appear, right, in two different places at the same time, why not? There's a whole disinformation campaign going on in the UFO world right now, right? You got Lou Elizondo, you got Hal Puthoff, you got these other people, right, trying to infiltrate the UFO phenomenon, right, to mislead the public, you know, and make you think that these aliens are bad and these aliens are doing abductions and things like that, you know? I think that's what's really going on here. Remember when Amy Iskrich was talking about the P-47s and the P-52s? And apparently these are ultra-terrestrials, right? It's us from the future, I guess. Is that what's really going on here? Are we doing teleportation, right? And we're traveling to maybe a whole nother timeline, and I don't know, we're going back and forth, right? And they're getting information from other civilizations, and we're bringing back that information to planet Earth or something like that. Man, this is crazy. Now, this is all speculation, right? What I'm saying here, but it could be possible. I don't know.
His Bible suddenly caught fire after a rotten sulfur smell forced him to remove these basement bricks. In the following video, a man started smelling the strong smell of sulfur and rotting down in his basement. But after searching the place, he found nothing strange down there. So he had multiple contractors come to assess the place. And there was no pipe leaks or anything like that, but they noticed a section of bricks that looked different from the rest. So they removed them and found some strange things inside.
It's easier just to show you, honestly. It's a train wreck down here. When they decided that wasn't it, they opened up the wall here. Didn't find any dead animals, but they did find That, and that's not even the hardest part. Her fucking teeth, dude.
Inside the wall, they found a horseshoe along with nails, hair, and teeth. Shortly after investigating the basement, the smell started getting stronger in the house. 2 of his dogs have just passed away recently, and his other dog has started acting strangely, barking at the basement door while just standing there.
He's been doing this weird shit all day. What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy. Come on. Joe. Come on.
His dog just ignores him and continues to watch the bottom of the basement door, and at the same time a glass on the table can be seen just sliding on its own towards the edge before falling off, causing the dog's ears to react, but it still remains fixated on the basement door. The next day, he tries to distract himself by playing the guitar while burning sage. Something strange can be seen fading away behind him, and that same night something kept disturbing his sleep. So he sets up cameras all around the property, and one night while he's going to take his dog out for a little while, the camera captures something unsettling. He comes back in and notices the book on the floor and puts it on the table, but is shocked when he finds out what book it is. Something had launched the Bible straight off the shelf, and if you look closely, the book is completely deep inside the slot on the shelf when it comes out. The very next day, the same camera detects motion when he's not in, and what it captures is even worse. What looks like a small flame is seen burning the Bible, but when he arrived back home, he says there wasn't even a mark on it. But at this point, he's extremely worried there might be something demonic in his house. So he takes people's advice and heads down to the local history branch of his library to try and research the history of the property, and the librarian discovers something.
Yeah.
Over the past 200 years, there have been over 34 documented incidents in the property and local area, now leading him to one conclusion.
I don't think whatever's happening started with me.
But shortly after arriving home and chilling on the sofa, he finally sees it. A dark shadow figure is seen on the reflection of the TV, but as he turns around, there's nothing there, and then it's gone from the reflection. But his dog is now looking in that direction. So if it's burning the Bible, what will it do next?
Grasshopper-like, predator-looking creatures. When the reptilians captured the Romadians and took control of them, the beings from Andromeda were working along.
Oh, you thought this was just a movie? You thought the director had an imagination like this? You thought he just sat there one day and just drew this type of this is
side with the reptilians and captured some of the Romadians as well and started breeding their own race of greys, which in time led to a breed of mean, vicious, bugged-eyed beings. When the energy field
could also be the Amazon delivery guy. Just my 2 cents.
For entertainment purposes, if I wanted to convince you that fallen angels are real and that they've positioned themselves to be in sight, I'd start with Keanu Reeves, and here's why. First, I noticed a lot of songs in the music industry use his name, and there's a common theme surrounding those lyrics. Here's an example.
Fuck Illuminati, that boy Six got my back. Six make this beat, Six bring the heat, you got on repeat. Six got my back, Six make this beat, Six bring the heat, you got on repeat.
Which, by the way, this is the album cover that song is on. Next, I'd point out the comic book that he did. Not so much the fact that superheroes can be equated to the Nephilim. It was this.
You end up coming up with the storyline and everything. I mean, where do ideas come from? I know, yeah. So that's a very deep question. Where do they? Yeah. It came to me of just, what about a character that could punch people through the chest? Yeah. And then, like, what if they were half god, half immortal? And then what if they were alive for 80,000 years? What would you do with this idea? If you with that, and then be used, but then he's cursed with violence. He doesn't want to be violent. He doesn't want to be violent. No, but it's in his blood. He can't die, and then he doesn't know who his father is.
Saying he doesn't know who his father is was the cherry on top. Next, I'd say his response when asked about the old photos that look like him. Also on Jimmy Fallon. Fallon.
Have you ever seen the website KeanuIsImmortal.com or heard about this? I've heard about it recently. Yeah. This is fans of yours. You have a lot of great fans out there, and what they do is they find old paintings and old pictures from like the 1500s of dudes that look like you. So they think that you've been on the earth since you've just been around. There's just different generations. I just wanted to show you we're all stardust, baby. I know.
Not only does that answer denounce God, but stars symbolically represent the divine beings who rebelled against God. I'd also have to point out some of his movie titles or plots, such as The Watcher, The Devil's Advocate, Constantine, Good Fortune, Exposed, a movie containing angels and demons, The Matrix, Replicas, Johnny Mnemonic, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Dracula. There's more, but I also want to point out that Reeve means overseer, and the Anunnaki are often equated to the Nephilim. Crowned nicest man in Hollywood. Even Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Worth noting, all this influence comes out of a city called Los Angeles, which means the angels, aka City of Angels, and they call them stars. Again with the stars.
This man was getting out of a gas station when he was able to capture this strange video. This black cat at a distance seemed extremely transparent, something he's never seen before. Could this be an optical illusion or something more sinister is happening here?
The United States is a cult. The United States government is a cult.
Yeah, it's all Masons.
Yeah, Freemasons, and it's built on sacred geometry because that's why they have the compass in there.
Disney is too. Oh my God. You know about Disney? They built everything on sacred geometry.
Yes.
So the cruise ships, everything.
So Walt Disney, there's pictures of him in a Masonic lodge all over the place. So that's all. I mean, they have Club 33.
I don't know how much more obvious it could be, but
symbolism is all through their cartoons. This is why they have all those PDF file logos through all their cartoons with the swirls. It's everywhere. How is it that if you look at Little Mermaid and Lion King, so in the Lion King, you remember that one scene where he lays down and the bed of flowers, the rose petals goes up in the air and it says S-E-X?
Yeah.
That's in the Lion King.
Literally.
If you freeze frame it and then it spells out S-E-X.
Am I crazy, or maybe you guys felt this way too, but were you depressed from watching every single Disney movie, even Lilo and Stitch? Like, was there something just so low frequency about watching those movies that it like...
I know my daughter watches Encanto, and I get what you mean, because it's not a sad, it's weird. I understand what you mean. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, but it is a low, like, kind of frequency when you're watching
feel
that.
it,
So,
right?
yeah, I don't know what it is.
Like, I tried to watch, my boyfriend tried to get me to watch Lilo and Stitch. Never seen it.
Yeah.
My grandmother, like, probably thought it was weird and didn't let me watch it. And I tried to watch it with him. I went in the other room and, like, he was still watching it. And I'm like, sorry, like, I have to turn this shit off.
I can give you the reason why.
Why?
Kids are youth. They're more empathetic when it comes to, oh no, look, there's a pretty kitty cat. Kitty cat falls. Oh no, the cat. That makes the kid actually care about the kitty cat.
Yeah, whatever.
And now I want to, can I have that kitty cat? Now I want to buy it.
Yeah.
It's just to attach you.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
an
just to,
interesting
it's just to
perspective.
emotionally attach you, so you actually want to own it. You want to protect it. You need it. Now, mommy, please buy me that. Buy me that.
But you can tell they use it in a nefarious way to do that for a capitalistic type of way.
Absolutely.
Go buy the toy. Oh, yeah, the person died in the thing, or we feel bad for this, or go buy this. And
that's
exactly what do you think about the Grim Tales then? It's Walt Disney put the Grim Tales as
The Grim Tales?
Grim Tales.
What Grim Tales?
What is that?
What is that?
That's Snow White.
Okay,
the
so-
evil witch who eats babies.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Snow White. They actually, when they went to go and make these things, they bought a whole bunch of these stories. These are all old stories.
That's why right now you can see Diddy in jail looking old, but we was out here getting his blood treatments. He didn't look old. He didn't get old. These people are still living because Putin just paid billions of dollars so he can be immortal. Because being immortal is only supplying young blood to your cells repeatedly, over and over again, right? That's why right now you can see Diddy in jail looking old, but we was out here getting his blood treatments. He didn't look old. He didn't get old. But without these,
Nah, for real. I don't know.
but without these blood treatments, you start looking old.
This video I made, everybody had an explanation for it. But explain this. Explain this. You talking about it was a mirage and gas particles and all of that. Explain this. What did school teach you about this? What did they say about this? Why is this shadow so distorted? When I say the matrix is glitching, this is what I mean. It ain't supposed to look like that. I done seen a many shadows in my time, but I have yet to walk into a shadow with a mother grid. This bitch got a grid. It's a grid on the shadow. Y'all tripping. You don't see the grid? You don't see all them lines? Trying to make it look like a shadow, but it ain't. It's some video game here. It's a glitch. It's not supposed to look like a fence. Oh, the leaves is coming off the spotlight and all this moonlight. You can't explain to me and break this down to me. I know some of y'all gonna come and be like, oh, well, there's two different spotlights somewhere and it's casting a certain type of shadow. I got two spotlights right here. Ain't there one of these damn shadows showing no motherfucking grid. I don't see not one grid on one of these shadows. Where's the grid? Show me a grid. I don't want to hear none of that. Come on now. Think about this. Look at this shadow. None of that. You don't get no kind of grid. The moon is shining a certain, man, shut the up, man. I know the hell you ain't trying to make this make sense when clearly it's incomprehensible. I mean, we could come up and label it any kind of way we want to label it, but this ain't no grid work. See that? This shadow happened to be coming this way, got another shadow going the other way. Not a grid.
What is going on at the beach? Why are they all in white outfits? Those look very hooded. Fire?
Nope, not hazmat suits. They're definitely performing a ritual.
This man is asking the public a very simple question. He says McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in a single day, yet he has never seen any massive cow farms, cow rearing centers, or large facilities where huge numbers of cows are kept and processed to produce all that beef. So I was curious the other day and found this online. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in one single day. That's 195 million burgers a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see cows lined up around every corner, waiting to be turned into patties. I mean, seriously, do the math. Even if you stretched one cow into a bunch of burgers, you're still talking about millions of pounds of beef just to keep up every day. So I started asking myself, where are all these cows coming from? Is there some secret super ranch hidden underground? Are they growing cows in labs, cloning meat behind closed doors? People laugh it off, but think about it. When was the last time you even saw a cow farm big enough to supply all this? Out of curiosity,
The family wanted nothing to do with these mirrors. After all, many of them were left behind. But while looking back at some of these old recordings from a security camera, he notices this. Watch closely. As it seems, either someone or something appears inside this house. To Joseph, this didn't make any sense considering that the family had already moved out. Maybe, as he initially thought, this could have been a squatter, but after seeing how it moved from one end of the house to the other, something told him that this had to be anything but a person.
I mean, what can move from the kitchen to the living room in under a second?
Joseph immediately thought of the story the family told him about the figure their son was seeing in the mirrors. He can't say for sure if this was the so-called fuzzy man, but he has noticed something interesting about the figure. In 2 other videos, the silhouette is seen again. However, in both recordings, including the first one, it appears around the same time. It's always around 8 p.m., which is when the timer turns on the lights.
And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.